So, hello and welcome back, guys, to another live trade recap. So, today we're going to be doing the trade recap that I've taken yesterday, 19th May 2026, Tuesday. So, yeah, let's just jump right into the trade recap. So, yesterday, before starting the trade recap, I had done the very mistake of like early entry, and like it was technically, I was thinking that maybe it was a little bit of a FOMO as well, because my main criteria changed the state of delivery, which didn't happen, and also which was also not present. But I rushed into the trade, and 100% accountability is mine only. So yeah, let's just jump right into the trade recap. So going into the day, the market was technically in a bearish trend, and all-time high was not in my favor to target that, because it is technically like 600, 700 points away. So yeah, the nearest drawn liquidity for me was if this multiple fair value gaps, 1 hour, 15 minute, 30 minute, this everything got broken to the upside. Maybe we could look to displace toward the new week opening gap and even higher. Or if we start rejecting any of this gap, we could look to continue to the downside. So I went on to that was the initial thought process. So then I waited for the macro to open. If you see, these were 946. So at this point, the market had already shown us that we are technically bearish, and overall my bias is also bearish to take a sell trade to previous week low plus weekly FBG, plus there was a previous day low which had already been swept, and there was a SMT present here as well. Okay, so this was my initial target. So yeah, after that I looked for a entry. Regarding my entry criteria in a continuation model, the market should react from a higher time frame FBG. We should have a small, the highest time frame I visual present, and change the state of delivery, then we can enter. So that was my initial thought process, but I completely outlooked, like what you say, completely forgot, not forgot, completely just thought that maybe I can enter off of experience, but yeah, it didn't play out very nicely. So we see this candle just wicked out this big FVG which was present. There was a 2 minute FVG present as well, which I thought that maybe we could just reject that and continue to the downside. And this was my initial thought process. If this FBG gets broken to the downside, then I can look for the entry. But that didn't happen. While the market was live, actually, I thought that maybe we could close here, but it didn't give us a close. And initially went on to just close above the gap, and I knew that I was fucked here. Okay, and I reached around $200 in the Lucid account, and technically got stopped out very quickly. So yeah, it was like fuck. Like, and at the end of the day, the trade just ended up hitting. If you see the session recording here as well. So I'm waiting here. This could have been the trade if you see here. There was a SMT present here, but this is what pre-market. But yeah. So at this point, the market SM not as opened macro. At this point, we confirm the bias that we indeed are going to go to the downside. Then we have a nice pullback to the bullish, sorry, bearish FBG to look for the retracement and initially continue to the downside. And at this point, I completely messed up. Okay, he started rejecting this gap. You see, 3 minute gap formed. When the market started rejecting that, then at this point, I just completely out mislook the IVG. This IVG present here now, as you can see, I didn't even wait for the candle to close, and I just entered the shit out of this trade. And yeah, that was like I got punished very instantly. See, as you can see, I have not, the candle has not closed, and I've already taken my entry. Okay, I reached around 50 to what you say, 200 USD. I should have opened like one contract, but yeah, this is completely my fault that this loss has happened, because I didn't even wait for the candle to close, and it ended up rejecting the entire, like what entire move got rejected. Okay, so and it got stopped out very quickly, as you can see. At this point only, see, I should have waited for this IVG issue to get close, because two things happened here. If I would have waited for this much close, my stop loss till this point is only 53 handles. 53 handles, I need to be risking one contract if I want to risk $200. And if I want to put my stop loss to here, this trade is like technically invalid, because I'm targeting here. And my minimum, what is not minimum, average handles is 60 to 70. So this trade just entirely fucks up the entire trade. And thinking about that, just that's what messed my entire trade. Okay, so I should have just waited, and eventually the entire move happened, which I was expecting. We have an SMT here. I don't know. We have an SMT here. I'm just assuming there is SMT here. Then we have a nice change in the state of delivery. This should have been the entry. I should have waited just 3-4 minutes. This should have been the entry. Stop loss here. Target this low. Boom. This should have been the entire entry. And the market just hit within what, 1 2 3 4 prices were like within 15 minutes. This should have been the entire fucking trade, and I just completely blew it. I didn't blow the account, means I blew the trade. So yeah, to main thing goal is to learn from the mistake that I'm currently making and improve. So yeah, that was the overall trade recap. It messed up my psychology a little bit because like the mistakes what is happening, it's happening because of me, not because of the market. Okay, but technically it feels like I'm doing everything right. But if I would have been doing everything right, this loss wouldn't have happened because it was technically my mistake. I should have waited for the change the state of delivery to happen. Then I should have entered. Okay. So yeah, that's all about this trade. Nothing much. It was a little bit weird at this time that I was hoping for it to work out and shit like that because technically I have not followed the rule. My rule just says third rule is what? Change the state of delivery. Second rule is what? IFVG. Both of them had not happened at all. And I'm just entering off of what? Discretionary. I don't know what even discretionary is. Okay. So yeah, that's the trade. Let me know what you guys have traded yesterday. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. Bye bye. Take care. Peace out. See you in the next one.